Alright guys, this is the last video I have for factoring. It is also factoring when you have three terms. So what I'm about to show you is a shortcut that you can use if you want to. If you don't remember it, it's not a big deal because this could be factored just like the ones we factored on the day one videos, just general trinomials when a is equal to 1, which is the backwards FOIL. This could be factored using bottoms up, but like I said, this is a shortcut that you can use if you remember it. If you don't remember, it's not a big deal. But the type of factoring we're going to do here is for perfect square trinomials. Okay. And what I call these is a square double square. And in these two examples, you'll see why I call it that. Okay. So, first thing you need to know about a square double square is this last term must always be positive. These two have to be perfect squares. Okay. So I can take the square root of x squared and I can take the square root of 9. So now, let's take a look. If I do the square root of x squared, I get x. The square root of 9 gives me 3. If I multiply these together, I get 3x and double it, I get 6x, which is my middle term. That is why I call this a square, this is a double, and this is a square. So now, to finish factoring this, all I have to do is whatever sign is here in the middle, I'm going to bring it straight down, put parentheses, and a square around it, and you're done. If you had done this using just regular factoring, just factoring trinomials when a is equal to 1, you would have ended up with x plus 3 times x plus 3. These answers are exactly the same thing. It's just a matter of preference. So now, when we take a look at this one, this is where bottoms up could get long and you could end up with some really, really big numbers. If you multiply 4 times 81, that's a big number. I think 324 if I've done that correctly in my head. I don't want to have to try to break 324 down into numbers that will multiply to be that and add to be 36. So I'm going to check and see if this is a square double square. I can take the square root of this term. I get 2a. I can take the square root of this term. I get 9. So if I multiply these together, I get 18a. Double it, I do get the one that's in the middle. So it is a square double square. Because my middle term is positive, I'm going to put a plus here, parentheses, and a square. So much faster than doing bottoms up. But bottoms up would work. So now, I want to do one more problem because both of the ones I've shown you have positives for your middle term. I want to show you one where your middle term is negative, just so that, we've covered all our bases here. So if I've got, this is an extra example. If I have x squared minus 8x plus 16. Okay, I want to check and see if it is a square double square. This is positive, which it has to be. The square root of x squared is x. The square root of 16 is 4. When I multiply those, I get 4x. Double it, I do get 8x, which is in the middle. So now all I have to do is take this negative for my middle term, put it in the middle here, parentheses, and a square. And that's all there is to it. Okay, like I said, this is a shortcut you can use if you want to. If you don't remember it, it's not a big deal. But if you learn how to do this, it's going to make something we do in the second half of chapter 4 that much easier. All right, that is it.